nose.
He outlived his friends.
He passed his bright red traits on. Darwin said that's how it goes.
Evolution's not a theory.
Mary, did you know?
Ding, ding, ding. That's your...
Two hosts that are different from those that aren't so different. It's Angie. It's Paul. It's real, serious nonsense.
Thank you for listening to Real Serious Nonsense. It is Monday at 9 p.m. and it's the Monday before Christmas, and we actually have people in the show, and this is Angie and Clay. I hope everyone is doing okay. The first order of business that I want to cover is I want to talk about who won the worst podcast poll that Super Mexican did several weeks ago. I just want to make sure that we cover this. And I was going to say that Super Mexican won it and then go, uh-oh, I'm kidding. We really won it. But we really did win it. And then I thought that we could kind of lead into a Steve Harvey kind of thing. But I didn't quite know how to do it, so I failed at it.
You failed at what?
At making, acting like Super Mexican won it and then say, no, we really won it.
Oh. Okay. I don't think anybody can. I don't know. The sound sucks again. I figured everything out last week, and of course this week nothing's working correctly.
The sound sucks again?
The sound absolutely sucks. They can barely hear us. But at least we're both at the same crappy level, so that's something.
Well, that's so good. Hey, this is what I got told last week. Well, not last week because we weren't on last week, but the week before last. This is the feedback I got. It's like the worst feedback that we've had since our first show ever. I got, don't let Paul chew on the show because it makes me sick. I actually had to cut it off. And then the sound was so horrible I couldn't hear anything. So I just had to cut it off. I didn't even listen to you guys. I'm so sorry. I usually listen to you. So
that's why nobody's here.
That's why. That's all the feedback I got last week was how the sound sucked. They didn't like listening to you chew. And I had 4 different people tell me that, which I thought was funny.
Oh.
Which I think just adds to our, how much we suck and we're the worst podcast ever kind of thing. So it really doesn't bother me. What in the world?
What?
What was that?
What was what?
Did you kind of scream just now? Did you go, la, la, la?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no. I heard something in my headphones that sounded like, la, 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 like you just started singing some kind of weird Christmas carol.
Who knows? Who knows? I promise my New Year's resolution is to just get something new to do the sound with, because this is just driving me nuts.
It sounds normal to me, but I can't tell. Everybody's saying that it's kind of weird again, so I don't know.
It's weird. I can see it, and I fixed mine, so now I'm louder than you. I should have just left it to where I was quiet.
So that everybody was quiet equally?
Yes. So I just had to crank it all the way up, and it'd sound like we were whispering.
I think it's patriarchy. You just want it to be louder than me.
Yeah, that's it. You know how much I love talking. I'd be happy just sitting here listening to you talk for an hour.
I think you just want it to be louder than me. That was the thing. Okay. Louder than everybody and to just talk. Let's talk about this Democratic debate. Did you watch it?
Nobody watched it. Nobody watched it.
I actually did watch it. Okay, I'll give you the highlights. Here's the highlights. Bernie kind of mumbles and apologizes and lets Hillary get away with everything. O'Malley tries to act like he's different, but he's really not. He just kind of yells at them a lot and tries to interrupt and says that he's not getting enough time. And then Hillary kind of sits in the middle and acts like a weirdo. And she's gonna make me feel all dirty, like I need to go take a shower. But she said some stuff about Trump that just wasn't true, and so now I'm gonna have to like kind of defend Trump to an extent, which makes me feel really like disgusted. I'll need that shower after the show. But she was going on this big tirade about how ISIS is using him for videos to recruit and stuff like that. Which he's he's a he's not a pleasant person, so it might be a good idea for them to do that. But she should just stay away from videos and making comments and saying that there are videos around, because they did this with like the whole Benghazi thing, but like they have no proof that this happened. They have no ISIS videos of Donald Trump being used as a recruitment tool. So she should just be quiet about all that. But that's basically one of the biggest highlights, was her screaming about that. But the biggest thing that happened was they went to break. Okay, they go to break, and they come back, and the debate has to start, and Hillary's not back yet. Like there's an empty podium, and they had to go ahead and start asking the questions to Sanders and O'Malley because she wasn't back yet. Apparently, she had to go to the bathroom, and she didn't get back in time because somebody else was in there, and she had to wait for them to leave before her to go. Now,
it's totally sexist. If you think about it, anytime you go to a public event, there's always a line at the women's restroom.
Well, that's true. There are lines at the women's restroom. But I think that probably she just had, like, okay, I don't know about you, but if I was going to be somewhere for 2 hours, I could go to the bathroom, I could go pee beforehand, and then, like, make it through the whole event without having to go pee. Like, I mean, I would be able to do that. I don't understand why she, like, or just wear some Depends. Like, I mean, you know.
She's wearing them anyway.
Yeah, they make them thin enough now. Like, it's not going to show through. And she has on that big, long, like, jacket, those weird jacket things that she wears. So I don't think that it would have been an issue. She should have just done that. That's what I think.
If I were doing a debate, I would have to actually, I'd be standing up there dancing because I have to go pee about every 30 minutes. Like, my bladder, as far as, like, use for my age, is probably like a 90-year-old bladder because I've used it so much. You know, like, you get a new car, it doesn't matter how new the car is, how many miles are on it, my bladder is like a 73 Chevette. No, they didn't make Chevettes back then. An 82 Chevette.
Yeah.
Yeah, an 82 Chevette's perfect because I was born in 82 and I'm young. Let's drop that in there.
Yeah, I like how you like to, like, let us know how old you are all the time.
I know.
That's like the thing with you. But yeah, that was pretty much the, like, if you missed the debate, I just gave you a great overview. That's all you need to know. That's everything that anybody needs to know about that debate. That's how.
It was perfectly tailored for us because it involved a bathroom break.
Very true. Very true. But of course, you know, Hillary being Hillary, she came back. She comes back, and they're already starting to talk and everything. And the only thing she does, she comes back and she goes, "Sorry." And that's all she does. Sorry. She kind of made reference to it later that, you know, it just takes longer or whatever. She's a woman or whatever. I can't even remember, but whatever. That's basically the debate. Bernie Sanders kind of croaked a lot, and that's what happened. Woohoo! Are you sorry you missed it?
No.
Okay, here's
I missed the Republican debate too.
Oh, the Republican debate was interesting.
I watched Shrek the Halls instead. I watched Shrek the Halls and Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, like, got a new dog or something. That was horrible. Like, it was nothing like the Charlie Brown Christmas special at all. It was like an hour long, and it focused on, like, Snoopy's brother, or cousin, or whatever. It was bad. And then
horrible.
And then there was a Toy Story. I don't know. Then there was a Toy Story one that came on at 8 that I was watching, and it had absolutely nothing to do with Christmas. Me and my wife were just sitting there thinking, like, because I like Toy Story. And I was like, this isn't Christmassy at all. I said, what is Christmas about this? And she said there was Christmas lights on the dollhouse or something. That was about it. It was bad.
Oh no, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
I'm upset about this Charlie Brown thing. I haven't seen that. But, like, seriously, they got a new dog and replaced Snoopy?
No, they didn't replace Snoopy. I stopped paying attention to it. I started tweeting.
Oh, okay. You gave up on Charlie Brown and you actually tweeted? Wait, that is one for the record. You actually tweeted something?
Yeah, I actually enjoy tweeting the debates and not watching them because I can usually pretty much guess what's being said by just reading like the reactions, and I'm always like dead on, always.
That's that's what you think. You think that you're dead on with your tweets?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, here's the next big story. This is a big deal, a huge deal. It's giant. I know you're going to be in complete and total shock. Lindsey Graham dropped out.
What? What?
Lindsey
Are
Graham
you're kidding? You've got to be kidding.
No. He dropped out. He totally dropped out. I don't know what you're going to do now. That was your favorite. That was your front runner. What are you going to do?
I'm devastated. I think I need to go back to getting Joe Biden to run. It's horrible. Horrible. I mean, this shakes up the whole race, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think it does. I'm sorry. I started laughing because I was reading the chat, and John said, why does Angie sound like she's trapped in a mine and talking through it?
My New Year's resolution, guys, is to just redo the setup. I'll figure it out.
Why does Angie sound like she's trapped in a mine and talking through a tube? I kind of love that. I think that's funny. I don't know why I think it's funny, but I do. Only because if I were trapped in a mine and talking through a tube, you know that I would still be talking. Like, I would be down in the mine, and I would be like, hey, I'm in a mine. I would be all about it. I would be like, I wonder if I could get a signal down here. I can't tweet in the mine, so I'm going to have to holler up a tube. That would totally happen. I'm not even kidding.
Can we afford a producer? Can we?
Can we afford one? I don't know. You know what? Daniel is on after us, and our sound never sucked when Daniel produced us. So maybe Daniel would be willing to produce us in the new year for you. I don't know. We can ask him. How much would Daniel charge us? And can we get here's what we should do. We're going to set up a RWNJ funding campaign to pay Daniel to produce us in the new year so that we won't suck as bad. I mean, the show will still suck because we'll still be doing it, but the sound won't suck. That's the only thing I can offer. And then Daniel says he doesn't have time.
That's because he's heard our show recently. He can't deal. He can't deal.
So our only hope is for you to fix your crap. That's our only hope. Is over break when we come back. We're not here next week, so you have a little bit of time. You just got to fix your crap before we come back.
Well, I've actually got 2 4-day weekends, so I will dedicate some time one of these days to do it.
But RWNJ Funding, if you guys haven't been there, it's rwnjfunding.com. They are great. They're wonderful. Is it .com or is it .org? Let me look it up real quick.
.com.
It is .com. Yay! Okay, go there if you have any kind of stuff you need. It's the answer. It's the conservative answer to a GoFundMe kind of thing. You should check it out. Wonderful people, wonderful product, wonderful company. Love them, love them, love them. So check it out if you haven't. And maybe if you can't figure this out, then we will have to start a campaign of our own to get a producer. Perhaps.
Yes. Right.
Which could be a thing. Okay, here's the next big story.
I think we could get J.J. Abrams to produce us.
Now that would be some awesome stuff. You know that I totally geeked out and went to see Star Wars this weekend.
That's where you were going with that, right?
I saw it.
I didn't misguide. Okay, I was just making sure.
Yes, I was going there. Actually, I didn't even see it on the weekend. I saw it on the Thursday. We went and we saw it in IMAX 3D, okay? The best. I was so excited. I thought it was great. I won't give any spoilers, but they paid a lot of respect to like the old, like if you are an original I love Star Wars kind of fan, you're going to like this movie. I think you'll just be really, really super excited about it. You get to see a lot of the old characters. You get to see new characters. It was a nice little marriage. It had great effects. It had little bits of humor. It had lots of good stuff. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I was so excited about it.
I won't lie. I've read all the spoilers for it, so I know exactly what happens because I plan on never watching it.
Why? Why would you never watch that?
Seriously, the only movie I've watched that's come out in the last 3 years is Jurassic Park. And
okay.
I like Star Wars.
Park, you have to watch Star Wars.
And I kind of like told my wife about Star Wars, and so this is a spoiler alert, not for this movie. So just if you've never seen like one of the original movies, spoiler alert. Just sorry.
Okay.
So, because I was talking to her about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I like Star Wars. I like Yoda." I said, "Yoda died," and she's like, "Yoda died?" I was like, "What?" So, whatever. You can't fault her. It broke her heart when I told her Yoda died. So, I guess she never saw that one.
Well, that's in the pre. No, it's not in the prequels. It's in the.
It's in like the third.
Okay.
One.
Yeah, it's in the third. Well, I don't even know how they count it now. Like, is it the third or is it the sixth?
It's the sixth.
Okay. I don't know how they count it because, they had the prequel things, and then they had the originals, and then they have what's coming out now. But anyway, the new one's awesome. Really, really awesome. I love it. I highly recommend it. It was fabulous. And I don't know how we're even friends if you're not going to go see it.
I'm like Daniel. I don't have the time. I mean, granted, we're no C-3PO and R2-D2 or anything, but I guess I could make the time for them. I don't know.
Yeah, you should go. You should go see it. It's really good. I mean, I'm not expecting you to be Mr. Oh, I love Star Wars all of a sudden and go see it, right as soon as it's opening or anything. But you should see it. It's really good.
When it comes out on video, I'll probably see it.
Video.
Things
don't come out on video now. They come out on like DVD. They don't come out on video. What are you like in 1982 still with your Chevette? What's the deal?
Okay. I didn't say VHS. I said video. Technically, YouTube is a video site, right?
Oh, no. But that doesn't come out on video. That doesn't, no. You said out on video. That means that you're expecting it to come out on a videotape. And that doesn't happen anymore.
I didn't say a tape. I don't own a VCR.
I don't know if I believe you or not.
We do have an Atari, though, but I don't own a VCR.
I would imagine I can actually see you owning some sort of like videotape of Short Circuit and putting it in your VCR player. VCR player with Short Circuit and like sitting there and watching it.
I'm waiting for the IMAX remastered version of Short Circuit. Somebody's got to relaunch Short Circuit. We need an RWNJ funding for somebody to relaunch Short Circuit.
I don't think that would go very far.
Where Short Circuit's like goal in life is to stop Donald Trump. I would love that.
I don't think that even anybody who set up that funding campaign would donate to it. Like whoever even sets it up won't even donate to that. That's so stupid.
I would. Why do you gotta hate on? I don't give you our time about Star Wars, or all these other movies you fawn over.
I like a lot of Marvel movies.
Yeah, they're okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy was absolutely fabulous. Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't.
It's like one of my favorite movies. I'm not even kidding. It might be in my top 3 favorite movies of all time ever. It's really, really good. All right,
I'm with you on Harry Potter, just not to the extent that you're into it. But I like Harry
Potter is awesome. Harry Potter is fabulous. It's like the best. But I read those books. Like I've read those books 7 times. Much less, I don't even know how many times I've seen the movies. I'm not even.
I did see Harry Potter Part 2, Deathly Hallows Part 2 when it came out in theaters. I think that was the last movie I saw before Jurassic World.
You actually went to the movie to see it?
Yes, I did.
Oh wow, I'm proud of you.
Because I never read the book. I needed to know how it ended.
You didn't read the book and you didn't know how it ended when you went to the movie? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Hard mine. In the chat he just now said, how are you two even friends? I don't know why that made me laugh so hard, but that is funny.
I'm gonna cancel my invite to my Short Circuit fan page that I sent you.
How are you two even friends? Actually, it's really weird. We became friends in an instant, didn't we? Like, we saw each other. I saw you on Twitter, and I made some kind of snarky, stupid comment, and we became instant friends from that point.
Yes, we did.
What did I say? It was something stupid. It was something really, really stupid, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. I have a horrible memory. We know this. So
I said something about ain't nobody got time for that, but I put it in a political context. And somehow or another, but that's all I remember, and I can't find the tweet. I've been searching for the tweet for years, and I still haven't found it.
I don't think that's what you said to me because I wouldn't have gotten that. Like, you had to say something else because you're the one that popularized "Ain't Nobody Got Time for That" to me.
I know, but that was in the original thing. I said something about that, but it had to do with politics, and I can't remember what it was. And you were just like, "What in the world? You were so weird." And then we became instant friends. Yeah,
I didn't even get. If you said "Ain't nobody got time for that," I really didn't get your joke. I must have just felt sorry for you.
Oh, that is hilarious. You probably did feel sorry for me. I think I had a total of like 5 followers, and you had like 20,000. And I'm not even joking. You had like 20,000, and I had 5, and you followed me.
I think I had like 10. I think I had about 10,000 then, maybe.
No, you were in the 20s. You were probably at least in the 15 to 20 range when you followed me. And I had exactly 5. You were number 6. You should be proud of that. I don't think
I was actually number 6.
You were my 6th follower ever.
I wonder if there's got to be a site that tracks that.
I don't know. There probably is somewhere. I would think so. There has to be a site somewhere that tracks it. Okay, let's talk about this real quick before we go to break because I found it kind of interesting. And we were talking about Star Wars. I don't know how we got off on some kind of weird tangent like we usually do, but we were talking about Star Wars. But there was a Star Wars fan in New York, and he legally changed his name to Darth Vader. Would you, come on. I am all for, like, let's be fans and stuff, but I don't think I would legally change my name to anything like that. His original name was Eric Welch.
I'd change it. I would.
You would change it from that?
Yeah. It's a horrible name.
It's not a horrible name. Eric Welch? That's not horrible. Welch isn't that great, but
he sounds like he should be from New Hampshire.
No, he's from New York. I can't pronounce the city.
He may live in New York, but I bet if we did some research, he's probably from New Hampshire.
I don't know. But anyway, he changed his name officially to Darth Vader.
So could I change my name to Johnny 5?
Probably. Nobody would understand why, and they would think that you were stupid, though. Not that people don't already think that you're stupid, but, if you go and change your name to that, it's going to be weird.
Wonder if I could get my family's name changed, if they would go along with that, change their last name to 5 as well.
I don't think so.
They might.
I don't think so.
And just so everybody knows, I'm sick today, so in case you can't tell. The horrible sound coming from me is actually just my nose stopped up and a scratchy throat.
You're producing more snot than usual.
Yes. So
Awesome.
we're gonna.
And plus, you're louder than me, so your snot is even louder than me talking.
Well, I'm trying to talk quietly, so we'll take a break. I can't promise you're actually going to hear the sounds that we're going to play, but we are going to take a break.
Okay.
So we will be right back.
Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next...
Not that one.
Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey, you never see him kick. When Santa visits his paisans, with Dominic he'll be, because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Hey, jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey, jingity jing.
Are you conservative in a world of liberal?
Yep.
Well, you're not alone. Hey, I'm Daniel Stafford, host of the Stafford Voice, and I'd like to invite you to tune in each Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, where I'll break down the events of the week, and together we'll learn about how they affect you. So, sit back and get ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly of talk radio right here on K98 Talk.
Whether you're an employee or business owner, when it comes to the correct course of legal action, it's the first step that is important. And make that first step with attorney Ted Hong. You need someone you can trust and has the experience you need when it comes to workplace and employment law. If you've lost your employment due to discrimination, false accusations, or being denied benefits, you need Ted Hong. Or if you're an employer who wants to ensure compliance with workplace regulations and labor contracts, you need Ted Hong. Ted and his team also cover family and property law and estate litigation as well. Ted has over 30 years of experience, and him and his amazing legal team will provide you cost-effective legal consultation and make the experience all about you and your needs. For more information or to set up a consultation, contact the law office of Ted Hong at 808-933-1919 or visit tedhonglaw.com. Ted Hong, an experienced and principled attorney you can trust. 808-933-1919 or tedhonglaw.com. Their show is just like Red Eye. If Red Eye made absolutely no sense whatsoever. Serious, none.
When are you going to understand that we actually we have a bumper after that?
Never. Because I was thinking every single time I was in the middle of chatting, I was like typing in the chat about how funny I think it is that everybody in the entire chat room picks on you during the breaks. Like, everybody in there is picking on you. And I was like, oh, this is funny. And I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to start talking. And so I start trying to talk.
It makes me sad there's no Christmas version of Never Gonna Give You Up.
I think that you should override that and create one.
Yeah, I really should. I just wanted one with bells jingling in the background. I would have been happy. Why doesn't... I don't know.
Yeah,
No
you
idea.
could do that. You could just add, like, bells or something.
Yeah, I was going to. I didn't have time, so I did get on the computer in time to pull such great music. And unfortunately, nobody, since all the sound problems, nobody heard. I think maybe you heard the Progressive Christmas carols. I thought that was pretty good. That was from YouTube.
I heard some of them, but I honestly, I had to admit that I wasn't paying very much attention, so no, I didn't hear all of them.
I'll have to use that as the outro music, I guess, so we can get good use of that. That's good. Good stuff.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about this. I thought this was a pretty good one. This was pretty funny. This happened. Miss Universe pageant. Steve Harvey was the host, and he announced the wrong winner. Like, he announced the first runner-up as the winner, and he had to adjust it and say, "Oh, she was the first runner-up." It was Colombia, I think, yeah, and Philippines was the real winner. Now, I like Steve Harvey. I don't mind Steve Harvey. I think he's fairly amusing, and I actually feel bad for him. I actually feel like sad that he made such a big, huge mistake, because that is a pretty big mistake. And he's like a host, so it's not going to help him in his career. Like, nobody's going to be asking him to host a lot more stuff or anything after that. But
But the card was very confusing. Did you see the card?
I did. I saw the card.
Why do you even tell them who the first runner-up is? He doesn't need to know. They just need to put what he's got to read.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but it's it's a mess.
I like Steve Harvey. I don't know him for much. I don't know him for much other than like the newer version of Family Feud, which I actually like. I think he's better than those other weirdos I had recently. I don't watch Family Feud very often, but if I do, I'd prefer a Steve Harvey one. He's funny. So I don't know. But it's kind of like.
Somebody just said that I sounded, the echo and the reverb makes Angie sound like she's an X-Wing pilot talking over the radio and going on a trench run over the Death Star. And now they are requesting me to say certain things. Stay on target. Stay on target. The Death Star will be in firing range in 10 minutes. Stay on target. Was that good?
That works.
Help the show tremendously, I think. I think that'll help tremendously. I think that's going to help everything. Anyway, back to Steve Harvey. I think that was funny. I mean, I'm sorry, but it was funny. It's funny to make fun of. I felt sorry for the little girl. Well, not little girl. I guess she's a grown woman. But I felt sorry for her that she was only first runner-up, and she ended up having to take the crown off her head. But like, I've never been in a pageant ever in my life, but I think that if you're in a pageant and you're first runner-up, that you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I hope that was a mistake. I'm going to find out later it's a mistake. I really want it. And so if you're first runner-up and you're standing there and they say, this was a mistake, you really want it. That, Philippines had to be like, yes, that's awesome. But other than that, she's the only winner out of the whole situation.
It's like Lindsey Graham. Like, nobody talked about Lindsey Graham until he dropped out of the race. Nobody.
That's right, and he was trending on Twitter all day today.
Yeah, but just like Lindsey Graham, no one would have cared about the Miss Universe pageant at all. Please, who watches this?
That's true. Nobody would have cared. I didn't even watch the Miss Universe pageant. I sometimes will watch, like, Miss America or whatever it is. Sometimes I will actually watch that one, but I don't watch Miss Universe, and I would have never even known who won it if it weren't for him making that mistake. So, I have to say, yeah, I agree. But it was kind of funny. I found it kind of funny anyway.
I actually watched the video of that. I didn't think it was that funny. I kind of felt bad but
I felt bad for him, but I think it's funny that he did it. Like, the whole situation is funny. And there were a lot of hashtags on Twitter today about it, which I found rather hilarious. Like, Steve Harvey says, and then they were just, like, making fun of different things that he would have said. Like, I think I said one, like, the Titanic was a really safe boat, or something like that. It's just, like, totally screwing stuff up, which is pretty funny. I think that, honestly, I was probably just glad to see that somebody screwed up something a lot worse than even we can screw up a podcast. I was actually, just like, all right, somebody sucks at these things worse than we do.
Yeah, and they got a large staff as well as probably a producer.
A producer. We need to get a producer. Oh.
You know what bothered me this week, and I said this to you, but I just need to get this out. Facebook pays attention to the stuff that you do and recommends things to you, and I guess every site does that. So before when I was trying to find the Christmas music, I apparently pulled so much Bernie Sanders music that I'm now being recommended every Bernie Sanders song on YouTube. Like, one of the first recommended videos for me was a Bernie Sanders punk song when I logged into YouTube today.
There's a Bernie Sanders punk song.
But when I went to go look at the song I actually wanted, I got distracted by a rock video that popped up there too. And I was like, oh, I hadn't seen this one yet. So I looked at that, and then I went back and it was gone. And I really wanted to look at the Bernie Sanders punk song. But Facebook, and this is the one I sent to you, I'm bothered by the fact that they were advertising to me adult underoos. So Apparently, the stuff I do on Facebook tells Facebook that I'm the kind of guy that is in the market to purchase adult underoos. I am not.
Oh yeah, I saw some of those. I was in Hot Topic. Yes, Hot Topic. I understand. It's like a hipster store. I get it. Okay, but I was there, and they actually sell those in the store, like adult underoos of all sorts. I'm not gonna lie. I consider getting the Wonder Woman ones. Like I considered it for a minute. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I had Wonder Woman underoos when I was like 7, and I thought I was like cool. I might not be opposed to getting Wonder Woman underoos even today. I might not be opposed to it.
Oh. No.
I'm not too offended by it. I don't know what that says about me.
I don't know where to take this. I'm sorry.
Come on, think about it for a minute. Like, what kind of underoos did you have when you were a kid? Did you have some when you were a kid?
Ninja Turtles, of course.
Ninja Turtles. Okay. So, if you could have Ninja Turtle underoos now,
no.
and like be like,
no.
Woo! You wouldn't?
No.
You wouldn't? Are you serious? How about if somebody gave them to you and you didn't have to use your own money and purchase them?
I would think it was a gag gift.
But gag gift or not, would you wear them and be happy about it?
No. I'm trying to think of a scenario. I'm trying to think of a scenario where I would wear them when nobody was home and like giggle to myself about how I'm wearing Ninja Turtle underoos. But no. I don't think that would happen. Because I would definitely not wear them where anybody knew that I wore them.
I think that we have found our biggest difference right here. Not only if somebody gave them to me would I wear them, but I would wear them and tell people that I was wearing them. I would be like, I have on underoos right now. Like I have on Wonder Woman underoos at this moment. I would be like proud of it. I wouldn't necessarily show them to anybody, but just wearing them, I would think I was cool. Well, not necessarily cool, just I would think it was funny. And I would wear them.
But past the initial humor of wearing them, would you wear them? Like regularly?
I would wear them. Like, like once a week or something. Like, they would get washed and then I would wear them again and I would be like, I have on my Wonder Woman underoos.
So in your rotation, would it be like, because whenever you put stuff in the wash and it comes out of the wash, and then you always have that outfit or whatever that's like your priority, kind of like by the end of the week I'm wearing my pair of boxers that has like the hole around the waistband. So, I mean, would the underoos go to the top of the rotation? I guess is the question.
Yeah, okay. For sure.
Like you'd put them on fresh out of the dryer.
Yes.
Like the moment you didn't never even fold them, you just throw them on like immediately.
Yes.
And then you run through the house going da 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 or whatever Wonder Woman does.
I don't know about running through the house and that kind of thing, but I would definitely put them on underneath of whatever I was going to wear that day and be like, I'm wearing Wonder Woman underoos. Woohoo!
Well, since you work at home, you could technically wear them to work.
That's true. That's true. But I wouldn't run down the hallway with like my family and stuff in the house and being like, Wonder Woman! I wouldn't be doing that. But like after they left the house, I would still have under my clothes. I would have under my clothes and I would keep my clothes on, but I would definitely run down the hallway and be like, Wonder Woman! Yeah, I would totally do that.
I think I made this reference a couple weeks ago, but we'll just harken back to Risky Business is what I'm picturing.
It would be very much like that.
Sliding around in Wonder Woman socks.
And I wouldn't even be ashamed of it either. Like, not even a little bit ashamed. I would be proud.
I had no idea we'd have this long of a conversation about the underoos story. But I guess, okay. What do I expect?
Yeah, if you bring up underoos, we're going to talk about it for a few minutes. It's going to happen. Well, you brought up that this happened
because you were on Facebook. I found this happened last week, but I found it kind of amusing. There's a couple different articles that are telling you about how Facebook is helping you now because you can apparently find people who like and support Donald Trump so that you can unfriend them. That's what this entire article is about, is how to find people who support Donald Trump so you can unfriend them, which I found amusing.
And I was actually very proud. Now, this was I was searching through people who liked whoever. I only have one friend who likes Hillary Clinton. I had 4 friends that liked Donald Trump, and I really did contemplate unfriending them. I really did. I had 5 friends that liked Ted Cruz. Now, the problem with that was, one is my sister, which I know she doesn't listen to the show, so I can tell you from talking to her, that's not the kind of person that supports Ted Cruz, because she would want free stuff. But 2 of them, and I was like, oh yes, I have more friends that like Ted Cruz than anybody, so that's great. But I realized 2 of them were you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Too bad. So sad. I didn't even do it. Like, I didn't look up any of them. I didn't look up any of the people at all.
I wasn't surprised. I would have been disappointed if I had more people like Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. But most of the people the person that liked Hillary Clinton was my granddad, and he's uber liberal. I think I've talked about him before. And then, like, Donald Trump, these Donald Trump supporters actually post on Facebook about Donald Trump all the time. I'm thinking that, like, they're just, I think everybody collectively sighs when they read their posts on Facebook, just because they're that Trump person.
Yeah, I didn't even look it up because it's hard to tell how many friends that I have that like Donald Trump, because I'm not kidding. My Facebook feed is just full up. It's usually either of those weird videos. What is the deal with these videos of people cooking stuff? Like, I just get caught up in them and watch them, but it's like these 2 and 3 minute videos of people cooking things, and then somebody posting about Trump, and it's either they love him or they hate him. Either way, I'm tired of reading about it. But that's constant. That is all my Facebook is anymore. Is like videos of cooking different things that take 2 or 3 minutes, and then Trump, 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 love, hate, love, hate, love, hate, love, hate, love, hate. I'm just so sick of him. I'm so tired of even having to talk about him at all. And it really made me mad that I had to kind of defend him a little bit for Hillary. Like, I'm not kidding. I have to go take a shower. I wish I had Wonder Woman underoos to put on after I took a shower, after talking about and defending Trump. But sadly, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Another just random rant. We're not going to get to any stories at all tonight. You know, on Facebook, like, when they have those posts that say only 3% of the population get this right, and like the dumbest person on your Facebook, like, is like, I got this right, and you know damn well it's like the easiest thing in the world. Like, they just say that so people repost it to make these people look smart.
Yeah, and they'll have like the thing that says like only 3% of the population can view this correctly or something. It's like some kind of like, you know, like you go through these little tests and it's basically optical illusions the whole time. And then you're like, everybody's like, yeah, I got it. And it's like, well then, that's definitely not 3% of the population. I mean, if 20 of my friends got it right, then more than 30% of the population can get it right. It's so stupid.
Or one of the ones that really get to me every time I see it, and I'm just like it really pisses me off. And I'm not highly religious at all, by any means. Like, I don't go to church, you know, I'm not practicing really anything. But every time there's that post that says, you know, share for heaven or ignore for hell. Like, if you ignore this Facebook post, you're going to hell. And I'm just thinking, who shares that? Like, where is that? Is that okay? And God said, thou shalt shareth with thy brethren, or thou burnest in the fiery pits of Hades.
I agree. Those really upset me. Or when somebody, like, I swear, I'm not even kidding, every other week, probably at least once a week,
probably not even every other week. It's probably at least once a week. I get somebody who's posting that thing that says, I'm posting this because Mark Zuckerberg is going to give me money. Or, whatever it is. Like, supposedly you're supposed to post this thing and Mark Zuckerberg's going to give you shares of Facebook or some kind of crap. Can y'all just stop posting that? Like,
yeah,
I mean, I know there's only like 10 of you that listen to the show, but of the 10 of you, at least 8 of you are on my Facebook, and I would like for you to stop posting that if you ever have. Just stop.
Okay, be honest. You've never seen this crowd post. I think they're better than that, right?
I don't think anybody in here has ever actually posted it. I haven't seen it, if they have. But
okay.
I'm just going to ask for people to stop posting it anyway. Because I'm just kind of tired of it.
Or there's these knockoff accounts, like the ones like 50 Cent and ones like Snoop Dogg, and they've got like 1,000 people that like him, like this page, so you know it's obviously not 50 Cent, right? And he's like, I'm giving away $1 million today and every day for the next 3 months.
Right.
It's like, really? Come on. I don't.
Okay, I have this story. It's Christmas time, so we have to talk about it. I have to give the audience what they want for Christmas. We must have a poop story.
Apparently, we're boring them to death. We're boring.
This fits right in. This fits wonderfully with Wonder Woman underoos. Okay, if you had on your Wonder Woman underoos and you would fit right in like somewhere like where? Hong Kong, right? You would fit in somewhere like Hong Kong. And here there is an outdoor toilet display in Hong Kong, and they have made a character. It's a little piece of poop. And they call him Excreman. Okay? Excreman is a little tiny piece of poop, and he sits on the toilet. Okay? And it's a toilet manufacturer. They're trying to get attention for their products with this. It's an outdoor installation, and it features this little cartoon poop guy, and his name is Excreman. And apparently, he is helping them out a great deal. It's promoting this smart toilet. They have multicolored, different toilets, and supposedly they like help out with all kinds of different stuff. But the little Excreman is a little piece of poop, and he's sitting on the toilet. He's reading a book. He has on a snorkel. Okay. I don't know why he has on a snorkel. I'm not really sure. But they said that he was created 10 years ago, and they have a little 3-part book series about Excreman's life in the sewers and his dreams of being fertilizer for plants. And it's a big deal. And apparently it's like they have these little displays over in Hong Kong with Excreman sitting on different colored toilets, and just like sometimes he'll have different stuff on his head. Sometimes he has on the snorkel. Sometimes he has like a teacup on his head. Sometimes, it's just different things. But people are running around taking pictures and selfies with Excreman too. And it's become like a big deal. In Hong Kong.
I have to check it out. So there's a picture.
Yes, there is a picture. There is a picture of Excreman.
Oh, that's right. I did open that when you sent it to me originally. It's very, very cute.
He's kind of cute. Like, I mean, as much as a piece of poop can be cute. I mean,
he's very cute.
He doesn't look like poop. I mean, he's brown, but he's kind of cute. He's like little, sort of. He looks more like a gingerbread man, if you ask me, instead of poop. But anyway, I didn't want the audience to go off for a whole we won't be here next week. We're getting ready to start the new year. I didn't want them to start the new year without a poop story. I felt like they would feel disappointed if that didn't happen. I'm here. I'm here for the audience. I'm trying to help them and keep them in a good state of mind.
Yes, and informed.
Yeah. That's why we pick the hard-hitting stories Hillary should wear Depends at the debate, and Lindsey Graham drops out, Steve Harvey gets the wrong names, and Excreman. That's why we are on the top of our game over here.
And I don't know how to top that story is the problem. I'm like glancing through these and I'm like, hey, we really should just start ending with the poop story because there's nothing I can do. So, but there's this, I'm just going to go in, I'm not going to get into detail this because every time I go over a feminist article, I kind of like completely botch it. But there's a gigantic article with videos and all about the subtle sexism of pockets. So, they're saying that it's sexist that women's pants don't have options for more pockets, deeper pockets, like men's pants do. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Even even 10 years ago, 15 years ago, before society became more modern, didn't women wear men's pants like regularly, and nobody really notices the difference? Now, if a guy were wearing women's pants, you would notice. But if a woman's wearing guy pants, and they have like boyfriend jeans, isn't that still a thing? Don't they make those?
They do, and there's also this thing called a pocketbook that women carry.
But that's sexist. You're making women carry things around. You're getting them in the habit.
They usually do. I mean, it's just a known fact that if a woman in general, I'm not saying every woman, but most women leave the house and they have to take some stuff. Like, I mean, they're like, oh, I want to add some lip gloss or whatever it is, and all that stuff is just not going to fit into your pockets. So,
but that's sexist. Women don't have to wear lip gloss.
They don't have to, but a lot of them carry all of that kind of stuff. We carry extra pens. Like if we go through my purse is probably not going to have the same things that other people's purse has in it because I am kind of odd. But most women just carry extra stuff. We carry extra crap along with us when we leave the house.
Your purse probably sounds like somebody's shaking a can of dry beans, right?
What?
All the medicines and.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, I have to carry medicine. I have to carry inhaler. I have to carry I carry pens. I have this big thing about always needing a pen that writes, and I have to have a pen that writes well, or I kind of freak out about it. And then I have like a separate little holder for change, because if you're at somewhere and it comes up as 508 or 517, then just give them 17 cents and don't have to do like all that weird stuff. Like even if I'm gonna put it on my debit card, I give them the 17 cents. I don't know why. It's just like an OCD thing. But anyway. I have issues, and so I have weird stuff, but I'm going to carry a purse. None of that, all of that stuff is not going to fit in my pocket. I don't even like putting my phone in my pocket because it's actually not very good for your phone to stick it in your pocket. It can cause extra condensation, and it gets up underneath your screen. So purse is actually better.
Like if you're a sweater, like who sweats from their hips?
If somebody puts their phone in their back pocket, like a lot of times, I mean, you don't even have to sweat or whatever, but if you put your phone in your back pocket, especially if you put the screen side towards your skin, it can cause, like, just being in that tight area, it can cause extra condensation and mess up your screen pretty easily. It's actually just like a thing. It's not even like something you have to do, all the time or anything.
All I carry with me is my phone. I don't carry anything else, so...
What about your license?
I have a little pocket thing on the back of my phone that holds my license and my debit card. That's all I carry. I'm a very light traveler.
Well, see, that could happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I do have an iPhone 6 Plus, and it's humongous. So
I could travel lighter if I have to, but just in general, most women like to carry extra stuff that men don't always feel like carrying. So I don't see it as sexist, the pocket thing. I just don't see it as sexist. I just see it as like whatever. And plus, there are women who are going to whine and complain about if your pockets aren't set in the right place, or if the pockets are too big or too deep, then the fabric bunches up against your thigh and it makes you look fatter than what you are. So, like, women are very particular about how their pants fit and stuff like that. And so I think they're kind of having a double standard, because these same women who are complaining that they don't have deep enough pockets are also going to whine and complain about the pockets and how they fit when they put their pants on.
I think it's sexist for you to assume that. It's sexist for you to assume that women care about looking fat or wearing lip gloss. Or everything you're saying is sexist. Such a I actually seen the word cisgenderous today. Shit, gender, something.
I don't think that I can be sexist. I don't think I don't think it's possible. As a woman, I don't think that I can be sexist, right? That's what they say.
I don't know who says that, but all right, time is up. So,
yay, time is up. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, time is up. But time is up. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at artist_Angie. He's at Pointless Poll. We do have a Facebook page, Real Serious Nonsense. Find us on Facebook, although we hardly post anything on there. But you can follow us there anyway. And have a good Christmas. Have a good New Year's. And we will see you in, I guess it's like not next week, but the week after.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
And stay tuned for Daniel Stafford because he's wonderful and he's next.
We wish you happy holidays, whoever you may be. So Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah,
Or heck, all three. We modernize these jingles for the massive bourgeoisie.
Love
The updated Christmas Carol team.
You'd better not judge, you better not hate, you better not bully or discriminate. Progressive Santa's coming.